Are you dreaming of a family safari vacation in the Serengeti, but feeling too intimidated to plan the trip? Well, you're not alone. And the good news is it's absolutely possible. Hi, I'm Dr. Lavanya Sithanandam, a mom, pediatrician, and travel medicine specialist, and you're watching the Park Pediatrics and Park Travel Clinic channel. If you want to stay in the loop with the latest expert pediatric and travel health tips, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Today, I'm sharing my family's recent and unforgettable journey to Kenya and Tanzania. From passport and itinerary prep to spotting lions, I'm going to walk you through the essentials: travel tips, health essentials, and real life stories from a doctor mom's perspective so you can plan your next adventure with clarity and confidence. So let's talk about preparations, since this is a once in a lifetime trip that does require a good amount of advanced planning. We traveled as a family, so organization was key. We booked our flights and safari lodges about 9 months in advance. They fill up fast, especially during peak seasons like the winter holidays and summer months, which coincides with when the wildebeest migration happens along the Kenya-Tanzania border. So again, being prepared and organizing and planning in advance is key. Our personal itinerary included a stop in Nairobi, Kenya, then Lake Manyara, central and southern Serengeti in Tanzania, and then back to Kenya for the magical Masai Mara National Reserve. And it's also important to note that the wildebeest migration is actually a year-round event. And since we traveled in late December/early January, one of the 4 spots we stayed at was a mobile migration camp that moves 4 times a year to follow the herds. So in order to come up with the itinerary, I consulted friends and family who had been to Kenya and Tanzania. I also looked at online forums like TripAdvisor and Foder's East Africa discussion boards. I talked to multiple travel agents to find the best itinerary for our budget. And really essential tip is to vet your travel agents thoroughly before wiring any money. Sadly, scams can happen, so it's important to choose a reputable, well-established travel agent with good reviews and references. I ended up choosing a neighbor's family member who runs a travel agency out of Nairobi. And it worked out really well, since it took a lot of time to choose the best itinerary that fit our needs in terms of timeline and budget. And we had a lot of back and forth via WhatsApp in terms of fine-tuning where we wanted to stay, what we wanted to see, really making sure we caught the migration and all the different highlights. Another great thing is a lot of travel agents can help you with visa preparations a couple weeks before departure. So essential to find the right person to help you plan this trip. Now let's talk about staying healthy. After you book your trip, the next few months, you're going to want to start looking into preparations for going on safari. And one of the biggest things is all of the travel vaccinations and medication that you're going to need. After we booked our trip, our travel agents basically sent us a list of different vaccines and requirements to enter the country. And we booked a visit with Park Travel Clinic, and about 2 months before departure, we were able to get typhoid vaccines from them, yellow fever vaccines, and our yellow cards, which I suggest you keep right in your passport so you don't forget it. Malaria prophylaxis. For us, we chose Malarone, which is once a day, and you can talk to your doctor about what's the best malaria medication for you. They also made sure that we were up to date on our routine immunizations, talked to us about mosquito bite prevention, use of mosquito spray, and you can also check out my previous video in here that talks a lot about that. So I'm going to show you what went into my travel medicine bag for my family, and it's not a fancy bag. As you can see, it's just very compact and practical, and I could squish it up and make it smaller, since we could only take one roll-on duffel bag, and I'll get to the packing requirements later. But the major things that we packed were like Tylenol, fever reducer, Motrin. We had our malaria medication for all 4 of us, which we started the day before our trip and took once a day while we were there. We took 2 thermometers. We had medication in case we got diarrhea, like Pepto-Bismol, Imodium AD. We also were prescribed Zithromax for travel diarrhea. That is right here. And then for any nausea or vomiting, we had Zofran available. For our mosquito spray, I don't have it here, but we ended up choosing Ben's mosquito spray, and I think it was like It lasted 8 hours, and it worked really well. We also took hydrocortisone cream just in case we got any like insect bites or mosquito bites that were itchy. Neosporin in case those bites got infected. We could apply antibiotic cream. Band-aids, some basic first aid. But most of our camps and hotels had a medic there who had all of these supplies and more. Lots of sunblock, since the sun can be pretty heavy there, although initially the first few days was actually pretty chilly, and then the rest of our safari midday would get very hot. So my older son has asthma, and that's why we wanted to make sure we had his inhaler, albuterol inhaler, with us at all times on our trips. So just make sure if you or a family member has a pre-existing health condition that you take enough medications for your entire trip, just in case you need it. Also might be a good idea to make sure you get travel insurance just in case there is a health condition that requires you to cancel the rest of your trip or even get evacuated back home. My older son actually ended up getting sick the last 2 days of the trip, but we felt really confident that he was going to be okay because we'd been taking our malaria medicine, using our mosquito spray, and there was even a medic on site that checked him out, and it turned out more to be like a viral sore throat. And after 2 days, his fevers went away. So just having a good travel kit and being prepared can always be helpful. And one other thing that I didn't mention is we also took Claritin and Benadryl, just in case anyone had an allergic reaction. Also Miralax for constipation. Packing. So let's talk about how to pack for your safari. You're going to want to pack layers. Mornings and evenings are chilly, but midday can be hot. So you're thinking hat, tank top, long sleeve pants, fleece, and breathable fabrics. And you want to choose neutral colors like brown, tan, green, white, so that you don't attract CC flies, but you also aren't obnoxious to wildlife animals. And a lot of camps offer free laundry services. So that's another reason you can pack light, because you can just get your clothes washed there. Also, you may be on some bush flights. Those are the short flights between different safari camps. And they often have strict requirements of how much you can take with you. So we were only able to take one small carry-on and then one rollable duffel bag, but it totally worked out because we didn't really have to pack that much. Dinners are very casual, no heels or fancy outfits needed. So you're pretty much just packing for the safari rides, a swim trunk, and your pajamas. So the other thing you really want to make sure is that you leave some space to pack any camera gear. I'm really into photography, so that was important to me, and I hope you're enjoying the wildlife photos that I took on the safari, which have been interspersed throughout this video. So nothing prepares you for the magic of East Africa. The Masai Mara and Serengeti are absolutely breathtaking. Sunrises over the savannah, elephants strolling by, cheetahs hunting. It's like we literally stepped into a National Geographic documentary, and I hope you're enjoying the images that I took. So one unforgettable moment was watching a mama lion literally walk right past our Jeep to join her cubs. It was on our last day in the Serengeti. The sun was setting, the light was golden, and we were all just in so much awe. And just some highlights about the logistics of safari. Most days start around 6 a.m. with game drives lasting either a couple hours until lunchtime or all day. And then if they are the half-day ones, the afternoons, you can rest up, eat, sometimes visit local Maasai communities, which was a real highlight before the evening safari. So traveling as a mom, my boys are older. And we traveled with them. They're 17 and 20, so they're very independent. But it was still really meaningful because they were absolutely enthralled by the game drives. They were eager to go on each one, even the very early morning ones. But even after long, exciting days, we made space for downtime. I think one thing that makes a huge difference is our incredible guides. The guides do such a great job of incorporating children and teens. They were comfortable asking questions. They were really included in the experience. They also do an amazing job about feeding children and everybody. Great drinks, snacks, food, throughout your trip. So it was really fun to watch them connect deeply with wildlife, the culture, and the people. And for parents of younger kids, if you're traveling with younger children, we certainly saw some younger kids on the trip. Generally, they say, you want your children to be able to like stay put in the vehicle, follow rules, stay in tented camps, not wander off. So maybe age 5 or above is generally, the recommendation. But it really depends on your child and their maturity level. But I think that they do a great job, and most families just have an incredible time. So if you're dreaming of going to East Africa on safari, just go for it. Be informed, be safe, and embrace the adventure. You're going to absolutely love it. There'll be no trip like this in your life. So if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and follow us at our channel. You can drop a question or comment below. You can also reach us at Park Travel Clinic for a pre-travel health consult. Thanks again, and I hope you have an amazing year ahead.